Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, your go-to resource for childcare center owners and directors. Each week we dive into the world of childcare management, sharing valuable tips, tools, and resources to help you build enrollment, retain your top teachers, and streamline your operations. With a casual and lighthearted approach, we unlock the secrets of creating a thriving childcare center. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together. This is the Directors Club podcast. Hey there, it's Noelle. I hope you're having a great week, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen to our podcast. This week, I think I have a really good one for you because I know that we are building our workforce, rebuilding it, I should say, and it's not easy. And I know that we have less and less experienced teachers, but that does not mean we can't get them. We have to create them. And I have a really simple way to help you take the teachers you have and the workshops they need to take across the country. Everybody needs to take professional development. And what I want to do today is give you some quick tips that you can utilize to help you mentor your teachers very easily by taking the workshops that they are taking and actually have them bringing those techniques into the classroom. So I have 3 ways that we do it here at Scribble Time. The first one is utilizing a reflection and action sheet for every single workshop. So your teachers take workshops and maybe they give you a form or they go online and they fill out what they took. Let's not let it end there. Require from your company that every single teacher is going to fill out another form that you're going to create today. And it's going to have their name on it, the workshop that they took, when they took it, and then a section for reflection. So what did they learn from it? Like key takeaways. Doesn't have to be a dissertation, but just say, write 3 bullet points of things that when you think about the workshop, reflecting back on it, like how could you use this? Then you're going to ask them to write down 3 ways they're going to apply it in their role. So if you took a workshop on toddlers, I'm going to take these small group activities and bring them back into the classroom, and I'm going to set up sensory bins or quiet bins or busy bins, whatever you want to have. So 3 ways they're going to do that. And then 1 way they're going to struggle, because there's never a workshop we all go to. Behavior, curriculum, whatever it is. And you're like, that'd be really hard for me to do. So what I want you to do is have them, again, reflect 3 ways that they're going to apply it. And then 1 way they're going to struggle with it and have them bring that form back to you. And you should have a copy of that form on you. And when you sit down for their next observation, pull the form out and say, okay, you took this workshop a few months ago. When I look at it, you're really struggling. You're struggling with seeing this implemented. Let's talk through that. What's that look like? And really help them collaborate and mentor with them. So this is a super easy way for you to start mentoring your teachers in a different way, but utilizing workshops that they're taking. Second thing, staff meeting brainstorm. So do the exact same thing we just talked about. You say to everybody, by the November staff meeting, I want everyone to take a workshop or listen to a podcast or whatever it is that you want them to do. And fill out that reflection and action form again and bring it to the staff meeting. And when everybody comes to the staff meeting, break them all out into small groups and each person has to have their sheet with them. And you're going to go around the little small circle and we're each going to share. And I'm going to say, I took a workshop last month. It was on this topic. I love the workshop. It really helped me. We just took one the other day on occupational therapy, behaviors versus sensory issues. Amazing workshop. We just took that and really reinforced for me that we need to have plans in place, sensory plans in place throughout the daily schedule. And that's like another podcast that I'll do, right? But I'd share that workshop. I'd share that takeaway. And then, where I struggle is it a sensory issue or is it a behavior issue? And so maybe I would talk through a child I have. Got this one kid, I don't know if it's behavior or if it's sensory, and that's where we talk. So what happens is everyone brings all these different workshops around. We sit in small groups. We get to hear quickly overview of the workshop, my thought, how I'm going to put into action. But then we're spending a majority of the time of where I'm going to struggle. And everyone in my small circle is going to give me some tips, some ideas. It's just going to create a very rich conversation amongst your staff and really help them bond over learning and growth and development for the students at your center. The third way is shared learning. So this is when everyone takes the exact same workshop. Can you have everyone listen to a podcast, take a workshop online, and then come to the November staff meeting having filled out that reflection and action form? But everyone took the same exact workshop. So what could you do to find a workshop that everyone could take, or you could even think of having everyone do 3 workshops, right? 1 workshop, but 3 different ones. So if you had all your infants teachers take one and sprinkle in some floats, and then all of your toddler teachers take another one, and then all of your pre-K preschool teachers take another one. They're all taking 3 different workshops, but for their age group. So when you bring them back to the November staff meeting, what you do is you have everyone break off into those groups, all the infants, the toddlers, and the preschool pre-K, sprinkle the floats that took whatever workshop they took, and then do the same thing. Go around the circle. But instead of spending time on what you're going to put in action and what the workshop is about, everybody already knows. This one's going to be solely on collaborative problem solving. This is just going around the circle and saying, okay, I took that workshop. I'm struggling with this. What does this look like what does it look like when maybe it's something about, it could be sensory with babies and you have more questions about that. So find ways that your team can take workshops, fill out this action sheet, and then find ways you can implement that action sheet, whether it's in one-on-one meetings you have with your team, at staff meetings, just really creating opportunities for them to have these conversations. It really develops teachers and it develops leaders. When you put in place an action plan after the workshop, because we can all day long, I could sit and hand you 400 hours of workshops that I take. But if I'm doing nothing with them, what's the point of it? I know that our states want us to take it. I totally understand why they want us to take it. But sometimes it just becomes, I got to hit that number. Let's make it more than that. Really create a staff, super easy reflection and action form that they can fill out and bring that back. And when you do that, what happens is you create an accountability to help them follow through. It really creates that, oh God, now I got to think about this workshop. And now I'm going to figure out how I'm going to use it in the role. And I'm struggling with it. I'm going to get this problem solved. So they're going to see that workshop they took is needed inside their classrooms. Also, it really, when you do something like this and you're bringing it into staff meetings, or even if you're just doing it one-on-one during an observation with a teacher, it really promotes collaborative problem solving. And when we bring collaborative problem solving, which is we collaborate either one-on-one or in a group on a problem, and we get ideas and feedback from everybody, it strengthens the team. It brings your team back together. It raises leaders. It makes people feel part of something bigger. It is an amazing tool to use, collaborative problem solving, in your staff meetings. And you'd know that if you took the ultimate staff meeting, because I love that whole theory. And then lastly, it reinforces and builds habits, right? It shows your team that their workshops are connected to their classrooms. So if you're a couple times a year bringing this into your staff meetings, or even if it's not for the whole staff meeting, but for half hour, there's so many opportunities to reinforce the workshop skills that they're learning. So today, I hope you learned something. Again, consider adding a reflection and action sheet to every single workshop your teachers take. And when we bring these things to staff meetings or we collaborate with one another, it really reinforces the skill and strengthens the relationships at your childcare center. Thanks for listening today. I hope you have a great week. If you're looking for any topics to share for these workshops or podcasts, don't forget we have the Early Education Teachers Lounge podcast as well that we use to help mentor our team and for discussion. Just yesterday, we had a few centers download Why We Don't Use Cell Phones in the Classrooms. It's a podcast for teachers on that platform. And we utilized that. A couple of centers did too. And they shared it with their team and they talked about why we don't use cell phones in the center. Safety, professionalism, all the things. So go to that in the show notes of this podcast. You're going to find a link to the Early Education Teachers Lounge podcast. So many great topics, super quick podcast. There's not a ton of that are long, but really impactful that can help you today. So thanks for listening. I appreciate you spending time with me, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Don't forget, if you need more resources, you can go right on to thedirectorsclub.net and find them there. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.